Right, I'm just going to do a quick video talking about the Summer Directive 2021 thingy-majiggy. Right, I'm just on my other character for a sec. Me war correspondent, bringing you the frontline news. So here you've got, if you're new to the game, click options, you go to directives, and you will come across Summer Fun 2021. And you click it, and yeah, this is what it gives you. Now I'm going to talk about what I did for each one and kind of why I did it, just kind of go into a bit of detail. Now if you want to just jump straight to it, I'm just going to say I did Beat the Heat, I did Beachhead, Crashing Waves, Tour Guide and King of the Castle. That's what I did if you want to get straight to it. I'll give you a brief outline of why I did them. Now Beat the Heat, it's easy to get kills with the weapon, with the water pistol. Beachhead, now this is pretty tricky. For the final directive you have to get 100 kills, so yeah, I just did this. I did 100 kills, 100 vehicle kills. I did Tour Guide because it's easy. You just get a Sunday with a couple of cobalts on, go around farming people at a base, and then obviously if you're driving, easy. So yeah, you can get bulldogs, you can get cobalts, whatever. Crashing Waves, so this is basically going around as a shitter, being a max shitter and going around getting kills. That's basically what it is. So yeah, you just got to pick a max, go in and start shooting. Now you do get, if you kill a max, you do get points towards this directive, so just to bear that in mind. Now King of the Castle is easy, you just go to the point, you rack up points that way. Now it is pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to put a screenshot of what I did in there somewhere, but yeah, that's what I did. So just to break down for the newer players, and this is going to be for the newer players, because obviously if you're watching this video, you probably already worked out, or you're probably already doing the directive or getting there. But yeah, so as a new player, would I say this is new player friendly? It's pretty tough to do. It's not easy, so you're gonna have to set yourself some goals, maybe come on every day and get a couple of kills here and there. Now Beat the Heat, if you don't know, for the newer players, if you go into infantry and you go to pistol, you got the soldier soaker. Now this particular weapon, it's just basically a water pistol, that's all, really. So let's have a look. So you click it and you get this gun here. It's a secondary gun, but yeah, that's basically what it is. Now you can get a thumper variant, which is this particular weapon here, Mega Soldier Soaker XP 100. Now I wouldn't waste 1,000 certs on it, and I would definitely not buy the Daybreak version. I'd never use this at all once. You can pick any class. To get this directive done, I picked Infiltrator with Soldier Soaker, and I literally went round and cloaked using the Hunter Cloak, uncloaked, shot a few people, cloaked, and just repeated. You could rack up a ton of kills. Now it's not amazing, you're not going to rack up like 1,000 kills in one day. You just have to do it over a period of time. Now this is specifically for Ceres, because Ceres isn't as busy as other servers. You're going to have to set yourself some goals and maybe get 10 or 11 kills a day and just go for it like that. You can work on these. I mean, hopefully this directive will be around for a long time. I'm not sure when they said it was till. I'm sure somebody said the 20th of this month, but I could be wrong. But Beat the Heat is pretty straightforward. You've just got to get kills with the Super Soaker. One thing to note is that the Super Soaker does cool down. You don't reload it. It does cool down. Once it's got like a cooldown period. Once that cooldown gets to max, you have to come to the terminal and refresh like this. You can't. It doesn't cool down as such. I know I keep saying cooldown. You'll know what I mean when you use it. But yeah, so just going back to it. So yeah, I did the beat the heat. I did now the ones I was torn between was Beachhead and Crashing Waves. Now, Crashing Waves and Beachhead are pretty pretty lackluster to me because number one, I don't really play Max that often. Like, I've been for the last 2 years I've been trying to do the Max directive, and I haven't quite got there yet. But with the Crashing Waves, literally you just gotta pull a Max, go to the point and rack up kills. Now, as an NC player, I'll tell you what you should be picking on your Max if you want to cert into a Max. Now, Maxes are kind of lame. It's easy to get kills, but with a Max, you need to get Matics kills. Well, you don't have to get Matics, but you need to use Matics. Matics are really good. Most of these guns are pretty standard. You could buy the scatter cannon and have 2 scatter cannons because you already get one for free. So you could have a second scatter cannon, but generally I use the Matics to get kills. So yeah, that was pretty straightforward. Events wise, let's go back. So Beachhead, so I just went round in a tank really and just killed all the vehicles. You want to focus on killing flashes because they're one shot and they do count. Things to note with this directive though is that the NSO stuff doesn't count. It doesn't give you a tick. So I was chasing a devilish around the map trying to kill him because he's easy, because he's quite quite a big air vehicle, and I didn't get the point towards it, and it just kept happening over and over and over again. I was getting chased by devilish earlier, and I didn't want to kill him because I know he's not going to give me the directive. Also, when I was doing Beachhead, I drove around, but I did try and ignore a lot of the Sundays. Now, especially on Hossen earlier, there was just NC killing everything. There was Sundays going up, and the thing is, when the fight gets killed, people get bored and log off. It's just what it is. So I tried to keep the fight up. I didn't particularly go for the Sundays. I went for the Sundays. I think I went and killed 2 Sundays because I only had 2 bits of my directive left. So I just went, sod it, I'm just going to kill 2 Sundays. So I did. But they had, like, at the base, they had like 7 Sundays up. There was loads. So it's not like I was killing the fight. But yeah, when I was doing this, I felt bad for killing, like, a lot of new players going around in vehicles trying to get the directive done, and there's me in a black camo tank, you know, killing everybody. It's just what it is. So yeah, I did Beachhead. Now you're probably wondering why I haven't talked about this. Now, I got in a rep galaxy. Now, to do this directive, you could get in a rep galaxy with a friend, and you could just rep each other and just fly around. Seems pretty straightforward. For this directive though, it took forever. I think I was in for like 2 hours in a galaxy, and I only managed to rep 40 ribbons. That was it just took forever. So I ended up doing a ton for this, but not in the end. I just ditched it and went for the Beachhead. It was either one or this, and then trying to max this out, but I ended up scrapping this and doing both of these instead. So tour guide, I did tour guide. That's literally, yeah, just pull a vehicle, get some gunners, and just go around shooting stuff. King of the Castle is pretty straightforward. You just go to the point and you just defend and attack it. What I will say is with these particular directives is that they aren't really new play. I feel like they're not new player friendly. You have to put a lot of time into them, and they take away the joy of the game. That's what I found anyway. I had a lot of outfit members logging out in frustration just because they're trying to do it, and it's just because it's a small server. There's not much pop. It's really hard to do this directive and basically not feel like a shitter. Like, if you had a whole squad of N15 maxes and N151 maxes on the point, you would just wreck the whole fight. You had people saying, shall I pull a max? And I'm like, yeah, go on then. And the next minute you got someone jumping in the comments, jumping in the yo chat saying, you're pulling a max, you're over popping and you're pulling a max. Like, yeah, we are, but like, we're trying to do the directive. But So it's bad, it's really bad. But, you know, you got to get the directive done. You got to do what you got to do, you know. So anyway, yeah, with this is what I did. Now, the next one, really what I did, I did beat the heat, and then I did, I think I did king and a castle and beat the heat for the first one. And then the second one, I did beat the heat, king and a castle, and then crashing waves, I think I did crashing waves, or was it vehicle kills? I think it was tour guide. I think I did beat the heat, king and a castle, and then tour guide. And then the next one was beat the heat, tour guide, king and a castle, and then crashing waves. And then I did vehicle kills after. So yeah, that's basically what I did in a roundabout way. It's pretty, yeah. I mean, you get Flame Rider. I mean, I don't know where they got the name Flame Rider from. I mean, they was probably having an office party one day and they just said shout out names and somebody come up with Flame Rider. I mean, it's not even nothing to do with the actual summer directive. You think it'd be water related, maybe. I mean, maybe Flame Rider is water related. Fire and water, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's what I did. So if you have any questions or you're curious about what it is, feel free to pop it in the comments. I'll try and answer. Somebody asked me the other day about doing a cosmetic video on cosmetics. It's not really much to talk about, to be honest. It's not great. I've already done a video on Black Ops armor, so I don't feel like I need to do a video on the other stuff. Just because you can have a look for yourself, and if you want to buy it, you want to buy it. That's no two ways about it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you soon, take care, and yeah.